A Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Well, for Minnesota, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers came away with the win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
It's no longer a surprise. A couple rookies, Doris, who we thought would take some time to develop, are already contributing.
It's no question about it, and more rookies are being asked to play a larger role in their particular teams. And I think what you have to be struck by is the fact that we're not talking about 21 and 22-year-old rookies anymore, Kevin. We're talking about guys that have very limited collegiate experience, and yet everyone wants an immediate return. And I think it's nothing more than a sign of the times. Guys are dreaming about the NBA from the time they first pick up a ball, and what we get is the result of that.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron James is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Ball, and it's Hart in at the 2.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
To the left side wing. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Just 5 to shoot. Ring shot on the way. Hart, no good. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Kuzma. Towns kicks to Walker. Pass to Doncic. Towns with it. To the wing on the left. Shoots from the baseline. Takes the 3. Ball with the rebound. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Hart has it in the corner. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character. But they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
And that one drops for him.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
here's Doncic. He's covered closely. The pass to Walker. To the middle. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Whiteside. Doncic has got 6.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Now here's Kuzma. 17 points for him last game against Utah. Back to Ball. And Hart has it in the corner. Shoots over Doncic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Minnesota. Now here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. Towns, the pass to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
James kicks to Hart. Back to James. Inside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that ends the frustration. They've been ice cold to start this one.
Well, hopefully that gets their juices flowing, right? Once that first shot falls, it's typically a big relief.
Pass to Whiteside. And no good. Lakers trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I mean, I love the determination with Ball. Always attacking. Does a great job of putting the defense on its heels.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Back to Walker. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Walker. That one misses. And he nails the third. Ball with it. 23 points for him the last game against Utah.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Walker finds Whiteside. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Towns. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. The shot's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lakers trail by 6. Ball kicks to Kuzma. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Here's Walker. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Minnesota's head coach. This is their second meeting with this team. The first one didn't go as well as they'd like, so this time around, they're going to try to close the lane off, push drivers and slashers as far away from the basket as possible. See how that goes, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Here's Doncic, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first free throw is good.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Pass the ball. Down low, Paulie Stein. Missed inside.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Outside, Walker. Kicks it to Doncic. Pass to Bogdanovic. Just 5 to shoot. Walker against Ball. Walker's shot is off. Lakers trail by 8. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
And the second free throw, good. With LeBron and his strength, Doris, he can shrug off defenders.
Well, to me, Kevin, he is easily one of the most formidable finishers to ever play the game. You think about it, he is as big and strong physically as most centers that are challenging him at the rim. What an imposing guy.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Doncic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the paint, and now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Jay Crowder, a versatile forward to me who fits in so well with his team. He can hit threes. He can match up well on the defensive end. This is a player who has a bigger impact than his stats might indicate.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. You know, with Crowder, it's his physicality, Doris, that establishes his presence on the floor.
Right. He is able to match up with rugged offensive players. This guy is strong enough to guard multiple positions, and even if his shot isn't falling, he can make an impact on the floor.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Lakers. And both free throws good from Crowder.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
Doncic kicks to Walker. That's tipped. Now Ball. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And slam dunk by Noel.
At his size, you simply cannot give up that kind of deep positioning to Nerlens Noel.
Walker the pass to Brown. Back to Walker. Shoots over Ball. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Noel against Brown. And Noel kicks to Baines. Crowder dishes to Baines. And it's blocked by Brown. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touch by Brown. Here's Ball. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Lakers trail by 3. To the paint. Crowder the pass to Ball. Back to Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. They need this one. He lays it in. Bates Diop's got his first bucket of the night.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Ball kicks to Noel. To the middle. Here's Crowder. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, great job by Crowder to free himself up, an aggressive interior scorer.
Minnesota calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Okogie, not enough on that one as it misses. Lakers trail by 5. Now the pass to Green. Back to Ball. Over in the corner, Green. Crowder feeling it out a bit from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Bates Diop. Minnesota leading by 5. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Right side Jones. And stolen by Noel. Here's Crowder. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Jones kicks to Towns. To the inside. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Impressive awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Dependable at finding teammates with a terrific look there.
And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 7. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Well, completely agree. I thought their defensive effort was awful. But the reality is, Greg, you can't turn it over that many times and expect to win.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Towns. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Right side, Green. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jones. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Right side, Green. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. Back to the action after this word. You see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs, resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Jay Crowder. Hart is out there with Green. Then it's McDermott. And it's Noel in at the 5 down low. On the clock. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Green deciding where to go with it. 13 feet away. Tipped away. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Bates Diop, and the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Bates Diop's got 6. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic, because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead, is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second. They're really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Now here's Jones. Outside, Towns. for the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
Well, you want to see this from Karl Anthony Towns. He's got the size, the length, and the touch to take and make high percentage shots.
Noel finds Green. That one falls. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the paint. The rebound by the Lakers. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's McDermott. Gets the front of the rim and out. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Connects from three-point range. Easy breezy. He's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lakers trail by 13. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And the Lakers with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. James comes in for Crowder. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Doug McDermott. There's the feed to Towns. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, he's so good at finding high percentage shots. Karl Anthony Towns, even with a tough defender on him, comes through. That's pretty work.
Now here's James. Last time out he had 14 points. Yep, that one goes in there.
And with that matchup, doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
This is it to Bates-Diop. Outside, Jones. Towns, the pass to Jones. With the floater. For the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Clark kicks to James, to the inside, and Kuzma slams it in.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. The Lakers also with the sub. Ball's checked in for Green. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit. And Walker kicks to Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Got a piece of it. Lakers trail by 14. Feeds the ball. Sweet little floater. Ball's got his 2nd bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Now, Cauley-Stein following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep.
Yeah, the defender all over it. 2 shots, Johnny.
The Lakers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. More and more we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. James with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. And here is Doncic. 10 points for him. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Doncic. Over Hart. Doncic, no good. Lakers trail by 11. Inside, it's stolen by Brown. They could use a bucket. Doncic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Kuzma passes the ball. The dish to James.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
And taken away by Brown.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Fades and shoots. Right side, no good. Lakers trail by 11. Here's Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You just can't allow Ball to get comfortable when he's penetrating inside. He does a great job of using his size and those hesitation moves to draw fouls.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Two shots.
That's good from Ball.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. It just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Here's Walker after the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Brown. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Over in the corner, Doncic sinks the triple. Doncic has got 13 points.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Ball with it. He's picked up by Walker. Ball kicks to LeBron. He feeds it to Baines. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Bogdanovich left side. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Tracks in the tray.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Brown. He kicks it to Whiteside. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Kuzma. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16. And Doncic gets it to go.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 5. Tries it from 9. James dishes the ball. The feed to Baines. Just 4 to shoot. Really left alone that time. Hart's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Walker finds Bogdanovich. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Hart, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Shot's good by Walker. Lakers trail by 16. Ball kicks to LeBron. Back to Ball. Five to shoot. To the middle. Passes it to Hart. Shoots over Doncic. Hart, no good. Timberwolves leading by 16. Bogdanovich passes to Whiteside. Down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A moment here to check out the numbers for LeBron James. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's averaging 20 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And the first one at the line is good. Easy breezy's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Nerlens Noel checks in for Aaron Baines. Crowder comes in for LeBron. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Hart. And Brown drops them both. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. Ball kicks to McDermott. Dishes to Crowder. Pass the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Doncic scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Noel. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
That's Jay Crowder demonstrating how strong he is. He's dominating the defense with his ability to play through contact.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Minnesota has possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Walker the pass to Easy Breezy. Whiteside kicks to Towns. Over Noel. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And again, the Lakers no good. Timberwolves leading by 17. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Doncic. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside, Green. They get a hand on it. Here's Ball. Got it up. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They can't waste too many easy baskets. That's us communication on front and the post, and, just communicate a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a fast pace for Minnesota at the outset. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively and defensively, stringing together an impressive 8-0 run to jump on top early. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
One guy that really stood out, Luka Doncic. I would say in terms of readiness. Here you have a young guy who's stronger than he should be at his age and more developed in terms of skill. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. His game is defined and it's complete.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Doncic out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Towns. And it's easy breezy in at the 3 side. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
And here's LeBron outside. Drills the three-pointer. LeBron's got 6.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell. That was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Now, here's Walker. Inside, here's Doncic. Kuzma pulls it in. To the inside. And Ball slams it in.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
That one goes. Count it.
Marvelous start to the second half. 3 for 3.
Now here's Walker. He's got 9. To the paint. Here's Doncic. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. LeBron kicks the ball. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power. Not just going for the layup. Solid at throwing it down deep inside.
And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron? One of the best to ever play the game.
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Walker with it, now guarded by Ball. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by the Lakers. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. James dishes the ball. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Minnesota calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
You see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Doncic.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
The pass to Easy Breezy. Kicks it to Towns. Over Cauley-Stein. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 15.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Los Angeles.
Pass to Hart. It's rebounded by Towns.
Boy, a kick-out's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. Back to Towns. Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Kuzma. Drills it from outside. And that's now 6 points for Easy Breezy.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Now here's James. He's got 10. Passes it to Kuzma. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ball against Walker. He kicks to Towns. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-5 run here. Here's Hart. That one misses. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Shot's good by Walker.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Inside. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
Pass to Easy Breezy. Now here's Whiteside. Now the pass to Towns. Out to the right wing. Here's Doncic. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Now here's James. He's got 10. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 21. Here's Towns. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Brown is checked in for the Timberwolves. Bogdanovich comes in for Easy Breezy. The Lakers also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for James, and it's Green in for Josh Hart. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Shoots a three, sinks the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 10 points.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Green. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. He gets that one. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Brown the pass to Walker. Here's Whiteside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Lakers. Jay Crowder comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Lakers trail by 18. Ball kicks to Baines. To the paint. Doncic with the steal. Walker against Ball. Walker dishes to Brown. Pass to Doncic. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Now here's Crowder. He has 7, and Whiteside sends it back. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
McDermott's checked in for the Lakers. Minnesota leading by 20. Poke loose, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Doncic. Putting up about 18 points per, 7 assists and 7 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Walker looking for an opening. Kicks to Whiteside. Poked away. Pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Crowder with the ball.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Minnesota's gotten all 4 of their three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Brown outside. Fires from 14. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's an 18-point game. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bogdanovich against Crowder. Now here's McDermott. Defense is right there. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Here's Whiteside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. The Timberwolves have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Lakers trail by 19. Ball kicks to McDermott. Passes it to Noel. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's blocked by Brown. To the inside. Doncic. That one good for 2. Doncic has got 23.
Another solid game from this guy shooting the basketball, just adding to this lead. So hard to defend.
Walker against Ball. He kicks to Crowder. Over in the corner, Green. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. In third, the Lakers.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Now, here's Brown. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And Crowder comes up to help. Walker with a clean look. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Ball kicks to Green. Feeds it to Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Brown. Outside, Walker. Right side, Bogdanovic. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Lakers trail by 21. And Bogdan Bogdanovic, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Green. In the corner, Crowder with it. A 3-pointer, no good. Timberwolves leading by 21. Easy breezy passes to Jones. Here's Bates Diop, defended by Crowder. And stolen by Noel. To the middle, here's McDermott. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
I think I like the skill set of Doug McDermott. He's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got tremendous range.
The Lakers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. The free throw drops for McDermott. He doesn't get the second one. Timberwolves leading by 20. Okogie makes it off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up a three-point shot tonight. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Jones against Ball. Jones kicks to Towns. The shot, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Hart. Doug McDermott is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Noel in at the center position. Jones against Ball. Crowder from outside. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. That bucket in no time at all.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Now here's McDermott, and Hart has it in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Bates Diop, defended by Crowder. Jones looking for an opening. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The 3 goes back up, and Towns lays it in. Towns has got 19 points.
Boy, how about the anticipation for Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
Here's Hart. Ball with it. In the corner, it's McDermott. From 7, he gets that one.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Jones against Ball. Jones finds Towns. The Lakers with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's tipped. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers making a change here. for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Towns. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by McDermott. McDermott's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Now the pass to Easy Breezy. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers.
One shot, gentlemen.
Look at the state of the game. International League's getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad. I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. LA's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Ball, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Tyus Jones. That free throw missing. And the Lakers with some changes. Aaron Baines comes in for James. And it's Green in for Hart. He hits the second from the line. We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver, who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Green. Pass the ball. clock at 4. Shoots from the baseline, and there it is for him. Ball's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, got to respect the mid-range game of ball. Well, when he gets a little space to shoot, he quickly can get it off.
Cauley Stein against Brown. Doncic passes to Brown. No good that time. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
That's good from Green. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
We get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Right side, good.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
LA's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Ball against Walker. Here's the teardrop. Tries again. Green, no luck. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Walker's shot is off. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this game, 45%. Walker against Ball. He dishes it to Baines. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
Now, here's Walker. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Down low. To the inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
He gets it in there. Whiteside's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Ball against Walker. Passes the ball. Fires for 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bogdanovich looking around. Let's go. Green with the block. Pass the ball. Shoots over Walker. Ball no good. Timberwolves leading by 23. Doncic passes to Whiteside. Walker. Whiteside trying to break 3. Walker's shot is off. And there's the feed to Green. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And Walker kicks to Whiteside. Now Brown. The pass to Doncic. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. You see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
And here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Hart kicks the ball. And Cauley-Stein has it in the corner. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And here is Doncic. Pass to Walker. Shot on the wing. And the shot goes down. And the Timberwolves lead by 21. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. No one near James as he lets it go. LeBron with another miss. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Towns. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Cauley-Stein.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Noel's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Aaron Baines comes in for James. Green, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Passes it to Noel. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his 3rd foul of the game. .41 seconds left in the 4th. Noel finds Rondo. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Doncic. Shot's good by Green.
And guys, it's going to take something very good from the D to stop him from that range. And that was not going to get it done.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Rondo looking over the floor. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.